whatever they want.
Well, hey guys.
What up?
Guess who's back? It's been a 5 month long wait, but yes, I am back. Something for the Culture is back. And first episode back, we got none other than royalty, queenness, fearness in the house, Firenation Flamez. Welcome to the Culture.
What's good? What's good? Salute to you, Queen. And I'm so glad to be the first episode on the one coming back. I love that. So don't
That's
mind
what's
the dread,
up.
y'all. They do what they want to do. I swear my hair is like
You know that's how it be. you
it's that
know.
that's that natural hair. That's that.
Right.
It'd be like, yep, what's good?
right. So first off, I just want to say thank you for all the followers that have been following me for this long. It's
Yes.
definitely been a journey. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we've covered a lot of interviews on the culture here, a lot of legendary moments, and here we are back on it again.
Yes.
So Fire Nation, let's kick this off. Let's kick this interview off, shall
Let's
we?
do this. Let's do it.
So you are associated with 144,000 chosen few. How did that begin?
Woo! Listen, it is not easy to be the first lady of 144,000 chosen few, but I do it and I do it well. Some are called. I was definitely chosen. Um, Shout out to Smooth Mass Beats first
Yes.
and foremost because Smooth made everything happen for me, and I will tell anybody and everybody that when I first decided I was gonna really come out with my music, he was like, "All right, I'm gonna turn this light on. What you gonna do with it?" I was like, "What you mean? Like, we playing basketball? You gonna shoot me the ball?" He was like, "So if I give you the ball, I said, you give me the ball, I'm gonna triple and double." And next thing you know, he was like, "You not ready?" I said, "I'm ready." He put me through a whole boot camp.
Oh
And
wow.
next thing you know, me and the bro Judah got on the phone. He was like, "You ready?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" He was like, "All right, cool." We go. He tells me about his tour. I'm
Mm-hmm.
hype. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm about to go and support my bro on tour." I drove. I drove 26 hours. If you know me, you know.
Oh
I
wow.
drove 26 hours. I was living in Tampa, Florida.
Wow.
I went from there all the way to Philly by
Mm-hmm.
myself in my car. Got in the whip, like, yeah. So I was live from Florida talking to him. And then next thing you know, he pull it up. He was like, "Did you just, weren't you just?" I'm like, "Yep, I'm here. Let's go, Team Judah." And he was just like, "Yo, you're on tour." And that was it. It was like, "What? I'm on tour?" I've never
wow.
been on tour. He got me performing in front of Buddha Monk. I'm losing my mind. I'm like, "Yo, this is crazy." Next thing you know, he's like, "Yo, we got 144,000 chosen few. You
Mm-hmm.
know, let me see where your bar is at. I'm gonna put you through this boot camp." I said, "Okay, cool."
Mm-hmm.
Didn't realize it was over 14 guys I was going up against. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, you got bars. It was it was Judah was not, he did not listen, it wasn't easy. It
Mm-hmm.
didn't matter if you were adorable.
Mm-hmm.
None of that mattered. Do you got bars?
Right.
And I went, let's get it. So I was in there, all of them, every personality. I'm like, my bars can match their bars. Anything you can do, I can do better type level.
I
And
know
I
that's
went
right.
in. And he was like, everyone after that was just like, "Yo, wow, okay, you first lady status." And I was like, "Yo, I want it. I'm hungry. I want
I
it."
know that's right.
And next thing you know, I've been on this journey with all my brothers for like years now. It's been crazy. And I'm grateful. I love all my brothers. Can't
Mm-hmm.
stand all my brothers, but I love my brothers. They keep me going. And when I feel like my bar is hard enough, I go just listen. I go at Smooth. Yo, what up, Smooth? Want to do a
Right.
track? And he'll come and spit something. I'm like, "Oh, see, nah, you got me chopped." And I get in my bag, and they keep me on my toes. So shout out to 144,000 chosen few. I love all of them. Shout out to Judah and Smooth for trusting me enough and having so much faith in me to be the first lady. It's truly an honor, and I don't take that lightly. I go hard. So when girls come around, they like, "I'm 144." Oh yeah, where your bars at? Because I'm coming. coming.
Right.
It ain't easy to get down, you know.
I know that's
So,
right. So what first got you into music?
life, life. Um, I lost my mom at a young age.
Oh wow.
So, when I lost my mom, that kind of fueled a lot of rage in me.
Mm-hmm.
And I always loved music. You young. I'm an 80s baby. So, when you
Right.
young, it's like hip hop was everything. You couldn't
Right.
take a pencil on a desk, you didn't know, and so it started when I was like 7. I just loved music.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got older, I realized how much I really loved being able to speak my mind, tell my story. And then I realized my story was her story and her story and her story. And people that doubted, the ones that were overlooked, I got bullied in school.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't the cool girl. I didn't have all the cool sneakers, but they heard me when I spoke lyrically.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone heard someone else's story when I spoke lyrically. And because of that, it made me go that much harder.
Mm-hmm.
So I really went all the way in and decided I was gonna give my all. And I realized it was bigger than me. It
Mm-hmm.
was really bigger than me. When young women were looking at me like, thank you. They said I had to twerk. They said I had to be half naked. They didn't like me because I didn't have the Jordans and Nikes. I said, neither did I. What?
Right.
I had a story in a notebook.
Right.
But my story in the notebook became a movement. And now I stand as that representative for the queens, the ones that are told that they're not beautiful because they don't have the small bodies or because they're not twerking, they're never going to get enough views and likes because I don't have the squeaky eyes or the extra light skin.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I don't have a bundle of hair. I don't got a whole bunch of makeup.
Right.
I'm not twerking. I'm not half naked. But respect my assets above my assets because fully dressed, I still got assets.
I know that's right. So who was your inspiration?
Honestly, my mother is always gonna be my number one inspiration, but
Mm-hmm.
musically, Rodriguez, you know, just
I can see
I know
that.
it sounds crazy,
I
but
can actually see that.
I love Digger style. I loved her flow, Lauryn Hill,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I definitely love Lady Rage. I love me some the Brat, Missy
Mm-hmm.
Elliott, Queen Latifah's. They do something to me. Anita Baker though, that's my girl.
You know
That's
what?
my
It's crazy you
girl.
say that because I believe she's so underrated. Like
Yeah,
she was
she's
a rare
unappreciated.
treasure.
Yeah, I love her. I love everything. I love T-Boz. I
Mm-hmm.
love her. The reason why is because they stood up when everything was being, oh yay, because they followed the crowd. Nah, they led the crowd. They created a crowd. They made a lane. And that lane was something that I am able to walk in comfortably, being me. I
Right.
don't have to pretend to be nobody else. I don't have to follow nobody's crowd. I set my own trend. So I thank queens like that represented and made that platform so that girls like me that don't fit in these regular crowds
Right.
could be whatever I wanted to be and whoever I wanted to be. So it means a lot to me for them queens.
I know that's right. So, with you saying that, what's your creative process like when you're ready to record? You ready to lay down some bars? What's your whole process like? Take us through
Girls,
that.
it's listen. Oh my goodness! Shout out to right now. I got to definitely shout out all my producers. His starting with Smooth because Lord knows. um, Shout out to Smooth, Raising Mouth Productions, One Lock. Listen, let me tell you, the blacksmith for real because I wake up. It can be 2:30 in the morning. I will wake up if I'm staring too long in a corner. If it takes like literally a second. He pour the backsmith because in Smooth, he on here, he can
That's
definitely attest to it. When
God
I say
knows.
I'll be like, yo, did you see that bubble gum? Next thing you know, he's like, word, I feel that. I'm like, oh shoot, it's about to go down. Yo, give me a harp with that. Oh yeah, that's the one. Bars on deck, come correct. And then it's like it just flows. And if someone pushes my buttons or you tell me I can't do it, oh my gosh, I'd be like, oh, what? I can't what? And Smooth is always one. He'd be like, I bet you can't. I bet you won't. And Judy be like, nah, she ain't about that life. And I'm like, what? 6 minutes, I'm ready. And they'll put on any beat and within 6 minutes, and that's my record right now. 6 minutes, prep the mic, I'm ready. And
see,
I will have a whole track.
Judah put that battery in your back. That's what he do.
Whoa, listen.
He does shit for reactions. So
Judah is the number one douchebag. Judah, I love you. I mean, number one douchebag in the world, but I love that. Because if you push my button, I work very well under pressure, especially when I'm under pressure because I know I got it. I'm not a battle rapper. I'm a lyrical feloness. You give me something to put my mind and I jot it down, I'm going to tear it up. Now, when I want to play around and freestyle, yeah, I do that too. Mm-hmm. But, I'm a lyrical feloness and they salute me and they support me in it. And because of that, I go harder. So when I feel like it's time to go, it's like, yep. I'm about to destroy every beat that comes my way. And y'all better be careful because the flames are hot. And when I say that, they all know. They're like, oh, shit. So everybody got to run.
It's funny you say that. So I was going to ask you, how did you come about your whole name? Like, how did that come about, Firenation Flamez?
Everything about me is fire. My passion is something that I'm always told about. I have one of the most fiery passions. If I want it, I'm gonna get it. You tell me no, I'm gonna find the yes. I will find the yes. Most people say, oh, if there's a will, there's a way. Oh no, I will make a way. There is no doubt about it. There is no. If I want it, I'm coming for it, period. And, when I'm on fire, I'm on fire. And someone told me one day, you could take the hood. I said, man, you can keep the hood. I'm trying to be international. And they were like, oh, you got to make it, a Flames Nation. And I was like, and someone was like, yo, you should Fire Nation like the anime. And I laughed about it. And, took the Fire Nation because I used to be called Country Fire. Okay. And Country Fire she was sweet. She was sweet, innocent, and it was like, nah, I'm pissed the fuck off. Okay. I got attitude. So then that's when Fire Nation came. And I was like, everyone kept going, oh, you're in there. I was like, no. Everything I do, I set on fire, flames. And one of my good friends, rest in peace, Spit Flames 413. I remember having a conversation with him back in the day, and he was like, I'm Spit Flames. He's like, you flames, yo. You flames. And I was like, I'm flames. And so I added it with Fire Nation Flamez. And, he blessed the name with me. And my whole team they was like, yo, Fire Nation Flamez, like, you're untamable. And I was like, I like that. And I kept it. And now it's like, Fire Nation Flamez, oh my God. I'm like, you know me. So it's a beautiful thing.
So if you can let's make it even. I'll give you your top 4 picks. Who would you collab with? It doesn't have to be rap or limited. Whoever across the board, rap, pop, country, whatever.
See, I have the oddest. I want Evanescence on the track so bad.
Okay.
Shout out to Evanescence. Listen, get at me. Get at me. I want that track. So that I know I want that track. I definitely, of course, me and Digga on the track. I mean, let's just be real, people. Let's be real, people. Tell Digga, let's get it.
No, that's right.
It's inevitable. Let's get it. I want Missy Elliott.
Okay.
Hands down. I would. People gonna laugh because it sounds crazy, but I really, really, really want to do a track with Earth, Wind, and Fire. Listen. I'm old school, so I really want one of those real serious, raspy. Give me that feel good music. I want to track with them. That's something hands down.
Right.
My last, let me see, because I've done tracks with so many people that I'm so honored to have worked with, which is soon to come. Y'all get ready. Mm-hmm. I would definitely say my last person. Hmm. It, you know, I would really like to work with Mary.
Wow.
I love just their energy, and it always makes me really happy. My uncle loves them. He's all about his gospel music, and I was going through a really rough time, and that song by Mary, "Go Get Your Blessing,"
Mm-hmm.
it was my jam, and it just reminded me. It took me back to who I was. Like, yo, go get your blessing. Don't worry about what they say. Whatever, get yours.
Right.
And for me, that meant everything. So I would definitely have that.
Okay. What's the message? Like, if you can take one thing that your fans could take from your music, what would that message be and why?
Y'all know the motto: hungry and humble.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, talk your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Stand on what you stand on, and don't dumb down for dimwits. Never be afraid of who you are. Don't let someone tell you who you have to be, what you have to do to succeed. If you want it, go get it. Go get it. Because the only thing that can stop you is you. And if you're willing to stop yourself, you're not ready. It's time to go and rewind and learn that knowledge yourself. Because once you know yourself, you're untouchable. You're unreachable. Literally, it makes you. In the words of so many queens, you won't fuckwittable. They can't touch that because if you're you, there's only one you.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that's what I live on. If you're gonna do it only the way you can do it, and make it so that no matter what they can say the words I say. They can do everything in the book to try to look like me, but there is one me. Whether you Google it or not, it's one me. And that alone is a movement in itself. And I plan on, continuing my legacy and teaching young girls, don't ever feel like you need to look or sound like nobody. Be you. You're dope.
That's a good message to put out there. With that being said, how do you set yourself apart from the Cardis, the Megans, the Nickis, the whole city girl twerk correlation?
Um, I twerk in private. No, um, I mean, that's who's doing that? You
Right.
know,
Right.
my hair sets me apart always. My style, my model. My hair is definitely it sets me apart always because most people and I'll tell anyone the story when I first came out, they they mocked me. Oh, that's the
Mm-hmm.
girl with the clown hair. Da, da, da. And then it was like, oh wait, that's the girl with bars with clown hair. And then I
Mm-hmm.
had to break them down further because even true to self, you can check them on site politically and non-politically correct. And I had to make people aware, don't let these colors fool you. They mean something. You know, um, I wear my colors to represent different awarenesses for my young people and for all generations. I stand against bullying, domestic violence, so if anyone notices one thing about me, I have a purple lock.
Mm-hmm.
Not only does it stand for royalty, it stands for me being against domestic violence. It stands for me being against bullying. I wear pink during breast cancer month. No one knows. I fought battles. Okay, I fought battles and I conquered. So for the people I've lost to breast cancer and different cancers, I got the greens. I wear the red sometimes because the blood was shed from my people to make a lane for a lot of us to be who we are now, amongst, also being HIV aware. I try to just make sure that everything about me is a lesson to be taught,
Right.
so I make sure that I represent that in everything that I do. I have a motto: I will not dim myself down, so you won't see me, naked. I don't do all this work, and I don't have no. What you do is what you do. Woo.
Right.
But Fire Nation has followers, and they literally call themselves the Nation. Salute to
Mm-hmm.
all and everybody down with the Nation. But I had a young girl. I got little girls that watch me. I
Mhm.
got a little 6-year-old and little 5-year-old little girls and 3, 4-year-old little girls. And that's why a lot of my songs, even though some of them cussing, I always have a radio mix because when my baby girls walk up to me and they go, 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 get it. I know that they're watching. And I want to make sure that they're not out here, bust it, bust. Song is cool. It's not my business.
Right.
But when you hear Fire Nation and these kids in the back seat jamming in their parents' car, I want them to know that they're talking out their lips a message.
Right.
So that's something I really try to stand up on. But don't get it twisted. Like I said, I talk my shit.
No, that's right. So, would you agree it's very important to like learn and study like and understand like the old music groups, everything that paved the way for, you know, you and other artists like you.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, I stand on listening to everything. I listen. I mean, and I'm my girls. Shout out to my girl Rosie. She tuned in. My best friend Jenny. She tuned in as well. They'll tell you. I will put on some bachata, merengue, and tear it up in the cage. Listen, I'm so diverse. I will put on rock music. I put on old school, Metallica, Led Zeppelin. I put on, listen, the Mary Poppins theme songs. Don't, I'm a whole dork, but I stay versatile because my mother said, you don't know where you're going unless you know where you're coming from.
Mhm.
And for me, Samuel Cooks, the KRS, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
They gave me this. They said to be great, Wu-Tang, we all know, reach one, teach one, shout out to Papa Wu because I'll never
Mhm.
forget when he said those words to me. I'll never forget when Hellraiser looked at me and told me I'm destined to be great as long as I walk into my greatness. I will never forget those words. When people look at me, I want to make sure that what I give off is also a reflection of myself. And that's huge to me. So I always keep that in my mind when I do everything. What you do comes back full circle. So watch what you put out because it's gonna come back.
Right. So, being that you are the first lady of 144, I wanted to get at the female's perspective because we know with some of the males of, the Wu Tang and the affiliates and everything across the board. What's your thoughts on Nori's comments?
Ooh, now there are certain things I speak on.
Hmm.
um, I'm gonna just say you asked for a swarm,
Hmm.
the bees are swarming,
Okay.
and sometimes you should watch your mouth. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I gotta say about that. Be careful what comes out your mouth because you don't know who's listening. And in the end of the day, everything that you come out your mouth with, you have to be held accountable.
Hmm.
And I feel that no matter what a person does, if you do what you get what you get. So he whether he doing it or not, if you get a little loose with your lips when you drink, you shouldn't drink. That's my input on it.
That's very good spin on that one. Very good spin. So this track, Go, featuring your brother Judah.
Crazy.
Let me tell you something. Let me just say this. When I first heard it, I was like, who the fuck is this? Then I looked, I said, hold on. So this Fire Nation from Judah people? I was like, okay, I fucks with this one like hard. Like this, ever since you had dropped this has been on repeat for me. I don't know about
That's
nobody
what's
else, but for
up.
me, it's been on repeat. How
That's
did
what's
this
up.
whole track come about?
Let's see. Me and Judah, we play too much. Let's just start there. Me and Judah makes me say, I love our twin. I love you. Can't stand you. He has me laughing all the time. And every time, like when we go on tour, we always like jump into something crazy. you know, what can we do? We, you know, have like our whole karaoke moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're good for that. We get all the way live, like it's not a game. And I remember Mugga came and he's playing all these beats, and I'm like, oh shoot, go get go, go, go. And Judah happened to be, you know, Judah, he like to dance and, you know, don't sleep. Judah will show out. So we jamming. We okay, all right. And then next thing you know, he's like, what you got for this? My goofy, but we, you know, feeling great. I'm like, oh, it's a good day. Where to go get us? Because everyone who knows the song, turn the fuck up. Mm-hmm. I'm about to salute the go-getters all fucking year. Everybody knows this. So I'm like, all right, well, now that I'm going to put him to sleep, I got to wake him back up. So it was like, go get it. And the next thing you know, we were in the studio bugging. And I was like, how can I get, oh my God, my dad is on. Hi, Dad. Yes, I'm still your little girl. That's why. See, but my uncle, he was like, well, you know, I'm down with the church. You know, I can't be saying go to sleep, nigga. You know, and I was like, you right. All right. So what can I do? And next thing you know, I was like, I'm gonna have fun with this. And when I say we started showing out, we was in there just go get it. And I was like, I'm a good girl with a bad attitude. And I was like, it's on. Okay. And next thing you know, the track was just lit. I didn't think it was. It turned into a whole gold challenge.
Yeah, I've been seeing that. Like, in case y'all are watching, don't know, there is a whole challenge for this song. Like,
yes.
It seems like it's always a challenge now with a song. Now, no matter what song is out, they got a challenge for their ass. But there is one for this.
Yes.
So, you know.
And I didn't even start it. It was a whole accident. I was on TikTok just excited because I was like, oh my God, my song's on TikTok. And I found a little filter. I was like, next thing you know, like, every morning I'm waking up to a new TikTok. I'm like, oh, shoot. Yo, Judah. Next thing you know, here came Judah with his challenge. I was like, oh, shit. So,
yeah, I seen that one. I was everybody. Like, oh, okay.
Yes, I was like, oh, it's lit. So I'm like, that's what's up. But everyone tells me they love it and they play it every morning. And I was like, it's so dope, you know, to know that people get up in the morning and I'm the brush the teeth song. I'm the go to school song. I'm the getting ready for work and I can't stand my boss, but I'm going in there, you know, and it's like, wow, who would have thought, you know?
Right. So I mean, this song is definitely a banger. Definitely a club song. You know, I might have twerked to it maybe 3 or 4 times.
Listen, drop me a couple of videos. Listen.
So when's the video coming? That's what we want to know.
I'm shooting the video this weekend. It's so lit. It's so lit. If you go on my Firenation Flamez page on my events, it's definitely there. I'm so excited. It's gonna be shot out here in Jersey. And I gotta give a big shout out to Jersey's coolest kid crew. Which, listen, I love kids. So the fact that I got the dance champs from New Jersey, the Young B Squad. I'm so hyped. Y'all can't listen. It's gonna be a whole movie on Sunday, and I'm so excited. You know, it's definitely gonna be as fun as y'all have made it. I've had to revamp the storyline at least 5 different times because now I'm like, it's just too exciting. So I'm excited about it. I'm hyped. So the video is gonna be coming real soon because it's getting shot this weekend.
So I want you to tell me about this track, this go to sleep track.
Oh shit!
Cause this is a litty situation too.
Yeah.
How did this come about?
You know, I said I'd be talking about shit, girl. It was, man, go to sleep. Okay. Let's keep it all the way a beat.
Okay.
I had somebody who did me really, really dirty. And you know how sometimes you like, do I beat this person the fuck up? Or like, you know, like that's where I was at. I was like, do I just show out? Or do I say, nah, I'm gonna drop a couple of bars. And Judah had the hook and I was like, yo, let me in on this. Next thing you know, he was like, talk your shit. Here, have a moment. And I went in. I was like, since they gonna talk about me, let me talk it real quick. And I was like, I'm tired of this. Everybody's standing up, but when I come around, everybody go to sleep, nigga. So go to sleep, niggas.
Okay then.
And Judah, he protected, so of course, he let him know that I've definitely stood. My brother stands with me. All my brothers, they stand with me. So I love it.
I know that's right. So let's hear this track real quick. I want y'all to hear this. Let's get into it, y'all.
Yes.
He said it, so I did it. Call the dragons out of retirement, come with it. Planes getting bigger, I still sharp and still get birth to Superman kid. Planes really real, fully dressed, sex symbol. Really about my business, rap about the cameras, be honored to be witness. Greatness is in your face, you won't get me. I'm more than my homegrown fame, that's why they sweat me.
Case keep the thing go to waste. When I let it off, so I drop in the base. When they step close, it's shown, create space. Nobody move when it's pointed at the face.
When the plane drops, so I can't stop. People looking for me to pay while making our drop. Take a fan base, play it with my TikTok. Follow me on all platforms, I really make it pop. Did I hurt your feelings? Need a glass of milk, spicy like jerk chicken, my melon in the soup. Opportunity all day, my bars are sight. I need 6 minutes to get ready, now cut the mic. There's not a booth that I cannot face. I say my name, put respect on the real one, yeah. Running things, real boss, nothing Willy Wonka. Go ahead, get it.
Listen. I be starting trouble. Oh, you still there? I got you. Oh, my uncle's up here. Oh, there she go.
That track, let me tell you something. let me just say this. You ate on that track. 8.
I mean, sometimes the good girl got to shift a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That was the shift,
So my thing is, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, her demeanor up here, she's sweet, very kind-hearted, but you turn into a whole nother person on the track.
That's what I'm told. I really am, though. I'm the sweetest sweetheart. I am. I'm shy in real life. I know it sounds crazy. I really am. I'm like the most shyest little sweetheart ever. And then if you mess with my family, or you turn the beat on and say get him, I'm gonna get him. And I don't hold no bars. And I have no filter with that. My family is everything to me. So when I say I go hard for mine, I go hard for mine. And I love my family. So messing with them is messing with a whole nother level of me. So most times people kind of be weird to heat, flames are hot.
I know that's right. So, being that you have been on tour, performances, did you ever experience stress right before you go on stage?
Yeah. Actually, one of the last trips we had, maybe right before then, I lost a couple of family members. We lost a couple of family members, shout out definitely, to Denny Blue, because losing him was really hard for the whole 144, that hurt. That one kind of got me. And, us doing shows and everything now, it's the thought of when I used to be on stage and he'd be sitting in front like, this mean face, always on guard, always real protective, and it was just all the losses that we took with, the Zoo Bullies and, the Wu-Tang affiliates and, the Bees, it hurt, to watch my brother be in pain, to lose family members to COVID and friends to COVID, because I work in healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm on that line of people who are watching and going through things. So, it becomes really stressful. My son, he's a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
that alone is stress. So I'm a mom. You always think about your kids like, oh my god,
Right.
but the beat drops and I go full fledged because I remember again it's bigger than me, and I don't wear a crown that I cannot fully step in the position on, which is why I'm given the crown, which is why I have the jewels in my crown, which is why my crown is unfuckwittable because I'm gonna get the job done regardless of anything. I make sure that I handle my business and I make sure that I stay on top of everything that I'm supposed to take care of. So no matter what I'm going through, you leave it behind stage when you're going on stage because someone is looking at me to change their life. And that's my job. So, I take one crown and I shift it around to be whatever crown I need to be. And I handle them all flawlessly, with my flaws.
No, that's right. So tell me about your best performance. Out of all the performances you have done, what is the one venue, the best crowd, your best
Oh,
performance you think?
man. Wow. I don't know. I always have so much fun performing. I love performing in Philly because Philly has shown me love from the gate, and they showed me love when I was hurting because I wasn't really getting as much love from my hometown, And Philly took me in like we love her. That's it. We don't care, and I just love the energy from them. But Virginia, I love Virginia because Virginia always has my back. But I can definitely say, I think one of my best performances was in Hagerstown, Virginia, when we did the award show. And the reason why I say that is because I had my whole outfit custom made by an amazing artist named, in Springfield, Massachusetts. Made my whole outfit, like painted it, had Fire Nation on everything, and I'll never forget performing my song "True to Self." And the little girl was in the crowd, and you could tell she was just like, she was happy to see everybody perform, but you could tell she was just like, all right, what does this got to do with me? And I remember going up to her and looking at her and saying, stay true to self, believe in self. And I just remember the last words of the hook, and I said, because only you know your worth, so add tax to self and help yourself, love yourself, because it's a struggle. And the little girl looked back at me, and the twinkle in her eyes, the excitement that not only was she acknowledged by the artist, it was about her. And she felt it was about her. And at that moment, it was as if I just felt like I gave her something and she gave it right back. So for me, that's right now at this moment, I would say that's one of my favorite performances because it made me realize this wasn't just adults that were looking at me. They were kids motivated by my words, and I really could make a difference. So after that, every performance, whether it's 2 people in the crowd, whether it's virtual, whether it's 1,000 people in the crowd, I'm gonna give it to them like it's a million because they all deserve that. So I can't really say any of them is my best performance because I gave all of me in every performance.
I know that's right. So, being that you're the first for this season, I want to bring an old school question back that I ask everybody that comes on the platform. So I'm going to ask you.
Uh-oh.
And I don't have many females that come up here. You're like the third or fourth, female that I have came up here, and I'm thankful for you coming up here. Your story and journey has been amazing to hear, and your music is equally amazing.
Thank you.
With that being said, you said earlier in the interview that you had a certain message that you wanted out to your fans and so on. Once you leave this earth, tomorrow is never promised. We live each day as if it's our last. With
Right.
that being said, what would you want your legacy to be remembered as?
Hungry and humble. Um, it says it all. My motto, it's been my motto since day one. Stay hungry, stay humble. It's the motto of life for me. Always stay hungry to learn. Knowledge is inevitable, and when you seek knowledge, you gain so much clarity and wisdom, and understanding from everything. So never stop being hungry. Never stop thinking that you're too full to feed yourself more.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of people always forget to be humble. Don't let a moment of winning make you forget that at once upon a time you had nothing. Never forget that as big as you think you are right now, you can have nothing in a minute. And I just said that to my son. We were talking about it because I look at the catastrophes that just happened.
Mm-hmm.
So many people were up from these pandemic checks, looking down on people. Oh, I bought a new car. And they look down on you.
Mm-hmm.
And within one flash flood, you came right back down with us.
Right.
And now, because you were so up there, you don't know how to survive like us.
Mm-hmm.
So I always tell people, make sure you humble. Stay hungry, because
Mm-hmm.
hungry is the first word. But always be humble, because it takes that fast to lose it all. So that would be my legacy.
Awesome. Being that you spoke on the flooding, I do want to,
Yeah, my
put a shout out
condolences to
there.
love.
Yeah, my condolences, my prayers, especially to my home of New York. Like
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. New York is not built for that type of weather at all. We could do snowstorms all day long.
Yeah,
But
that rain and
flooding,
water.
yeah,
Nah.
yeah. So
The
my
entire East
condolences, my
Coast.
prayers out to New York, Jersey, and
Yes.
everyone that was impacted
Yes.
by
Mass.
that
Oh my God.
horrific storm.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you this chance to give any shout outs. Tell us where your performances are, where we can find your music at.
Oh my goodness. It's so much happening. I'm definitely gonna be in VA Beach for September 15th and 16th. So make sure y'all definitely look out for I have all the details. See, if you're following the Firenation Flame on all platforms,
Mhm.
then you'll be able to keep up with everything. I want to make sure everyone knows Fire Nation Flames with a Z at the end on all platforms. There's only one me, I guarantee it. I want you to go and check that out. Go see that like I said, my music video is getting shot tomorrow. I'm on tour. I'm booking right now. I'm recording right now. I got merch right now. Shout out, definitely big shout out to Rob, who Mac Distribution has had my back. 144 Records has my back. Smooth Mass Beats, One Lock Inc., Mining Music. Y'all already know what it is. Raising My Productions. It's so much love. Of course, something for the culture, because you gotta give something for the culture. So of course, Jazzy is always love. Shout out to the queens for real.
Yeah.
Don't dim down. But most of all, as my followers that have now named themselves, salute the motherfucking nation, man.
Okay.
Because y'all stand hard, y'all go hard for me. My best friend, my best friend Jenny has been my rock. My girl Rosie, my grandmothers, my praying grandmothers, man. Without y'all, I'm nothing. Without you, my son, you know what I mean? Khalil, I love you. You already know what it is. My brothers, 144,000 chosen few, Judah, Smooth Mass Beach, without all of them, without everybody, this wouldn't be coming true. And I'm truly grateful for everyone who supports me. And I mean, big ups to the haters, because the flames stay hot, because y'all just love to pour that gasoline, but y'all never ready for the smoke. So get ready, because I'm just gonna fumigate your lungs
Hold on.
anyway.
Did you just drop a bar though? Yeah.
Bars.
Okay. Go ahead, sis.
I mean, sometimes you just got, why get ready when I stay ready? But big ups to everyone. I'm humble and I don't take it for granted. 413 stand up, whether you stand with me or not. I'm still standing up for my motherfucking city. You know what I mean? So, you know, big ups to everybody, man. I'm more love, less hate, you know. So, you know, salute to all the go-getters. All fucking year.
I know that's right. So again, Fire Nation, it was a pleasure
Thank
at having you grace the culture with your presence. I'm gonna have to have you back. Well, I'm gonna have to have all y'all back. Y'all have all been up here
Yes.
separately, but it's so many of y'all. I'm gonna have to
Yo, for
we have to figure
real.
that out.
Yeah. Oh, get that Smooth Mass Beats. Father Time, Lights Out, and Judah. Everybody. My boy Bars Nice, Bully Boy Productions. Everybody got music out. I just had to make sure I threw them out there because those my hitters. So I just had to throw them out. You know, also because they got mad projects out. So you know, it's a big movement. But you know, of course, like I said, man, if you a go getter, that's all.
You know what? In honor of Fire Nation being the first to kick off the season, I do want to put out there about this challenge, this go challenge. If whoever can do the best go challenge, I
Uh-oh.
will put you up on the platform for a week. So
I heard it.
let's do this. Let's get
get
this
it.
go challenge. Keep it
Let's
going.
get it. We gonna make a live announcement of that. I'm gonna post it on my page. It's not a game. Y'all heard it. Space and opportunity. Do you accept the challenge?
Period. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, y'all go follow y'all girl Firenation Flamez. Y'all could go to her page and follow her. Y'all could go to YouTube and listen to her music. She's available on all platforms. You know, let's support this queen just like we would support the Drakes and the Janets and everyone else. Support. Because if we don't support our own, who gonna do it? Let's
Okay.
be real. Tomorrow night, we have Mikey J in the building. Okay.
Yes.
So, you know, y'all tune in tomorrow, same time, same place. And we'll get back at you tomorrow night. I'm Jazzy J, and this is Time for the Culture. Y'all have a good night.